the aftermath of the two NYPD officers that were ambushed and killed in New York continues, and now a 27-year-old man from Massachusetts is being investigated by police officials and could be charged with a crime after he posted "put wings on a pig" or on pigs on Facebook. Now, the police are taking this very seriously. They believe that it's a serious threat. In fact, they did release a statement about this. This is the Chicopee Police Department in Massachusetts. They said that after the events of the past few days, the department took this threat very seriously. So they are waiting for a judge to decide whether or not this 27-year-old should face charges for what he posted on Facebook.
Yeah, so two different points here. First of all, should they take the threat seriously? Of course they should. The last time a guy said that, he wound up shooting two cops, in ambush style, execution style, right? And in fact, we were worried that the Maryland cops didn't get that information over to the New York cops quick enough because they faxed it over to them, which is I'm still stunned by, right? It's called email or telephone. Look into it. Anyway, so they got this information on this guy. Should they react quickly? Yes.
Yeah.
Should they go and question him? Yes. Okay. Should they arrest him, charge him, and go to trial? Well, that's a different issue, right?
Yeah.
Because if the threats are serious and there's other evidence to that effect, he had gathered weaponry, he had taken any kind of steps to actually go do something about it, then have at it, Hoss, I'm with you. Arrest him, charge him, yada, yada, right? But if he was just being a jackass online, well, then we got First Amendment issues, right? And you're allowed to be a jackass online, believe me, there's plenty of them. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the best point, right? Because at what point does a threat become an empty threat? At what point is a threat online a serious threat? There are hundreds, if not thousands, of threats posted about us on a daily basis, right? I mean, you're not going to call the authorities and have them investigate every single one of them. It's just nonsensical. But in this case, I can understand. I can understand the urgency of it. I can understand the fear behind it. And there definitely should be an investigation. I think it should be taken seriously. But we should be very careful about having knee-jerk reactions to situations like this, especially when it's the aftermath of a tragedy. That's what happened with 9/11. There was a horrible tragedy in American history, and then all of a sudden everyone has a knee-jerk reaction to it, and we're just giving our rights away. It shouldn't be the case with this story either. And so, yeah, they should investigate it, but there's so many threats online. You can't just take every single one extremely seriously.
Yeah, he's not been arrested or detained yet. And so if it turns out that he was just being an idiot and he had not taken any actual active plans towards committing any kind of act, then don't bother arresting him. You probably scare the hell out of him anyway. Good enough. As long as you're absolutely sure he hasn't taken real steps towards violence.
Exactly.